Hey guys, DTwo here. This video is going to be something I made for Trig. It's not really a guide, it's more like I just walked in my plays. I played Paladin, and it was about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago that I made this video. So slightly dated, but still should be fine. Got a little rank 10 action going on there. And should still be pretty educational. It's not really a guide, but again, I do explain a lot of things, so yeah, enjoy it. For playing Paladin vs. Warrior. Oh, gotta fix my mouse. Okay, Paladin vs. Warrior, which means that um, there's essentially two ways to win this game. One is to out-tempo them and kill them really quickly, and one is to basically remove all of their big threats and then eventually just like out value them with your hero power, because their hero power only just gives them health. So yeah, those are the two ways. I did keep Harrison Jones in my hand because he's a really good tempo play for me. I don't really care. I'm not thinking of getting things like Gorehowl. I'm just gonna get whatever I can with Harrison.
Greetings. Well met. Back to work.
And I'm just gonna keep hero powering here. I don't really care about the damage, particularly because he has Alex as a laser. There gets to be a point where he could put a lot of pressure on, and it might get scary, but we're not at that point yet. And I don't want to trade so poorly that I give my Net Juggler. Or I don't want to give him the trade of Net Juggler. I might have to choose over this. Actually, I'm just gonna hero power. I feel like I'm in a decent spot. And like, this is actually annoying for him. Like now, I might trade no cards for one card. Unless he uses like a weapon or something, which is still kind of annoying for him. And then I get to Harrison the weapon.
I wonder.
So it looks like he is gonna... No, he's gonna go face. Oh, he's gonna trade with it, okay. So he's probably... He might have been misinterpreting my plays as waiting for a quartermaster possibility. But yeah, again, I don't... There's no reason to play any of these things. Like this gets no value, this gets no value, this gets little value. I guess I could have played this. This is the one thing I could have played that turn. But, so here, he gets a good trade on my Black Knight, but that's okay. And that was the other reason why I didn't really want to play this. I just want to wait for this guy. So he gets to kill my Black Knight for relatively free. But that's okay. Oh, he killed the 1/1 with the guy last round. Interesting. So he grabs a card with this. That's okay though, and some armor. It's still okay. I could have also Harrison last turn, but I feel like it was a better opportunity for Black Knight. This is a relatively good Consecrate. You're not going to get much better Consecrates against Warrior, so I'm just going to go for it. And then this dude. And again, my dude, my Silver Hand Recruit chase for this. And if it doesn't, if he plays a weapon, then I can just hero Harrison in the way. So since we couldn't get and I didn't mention this before, but part of the reason why I didn't play Night Juggler is because he's a really valuable minion, and we didn't want to just hold on. We didn't want to just have it die to a weapon. But yeah, we instead of going for the tempo opening, we're going for like the long game. We don't have Big Game Hunter at the moment, so we're gonna have to Aldor this. Probably just gonna go Lotheb, and then Aldor, to basically take control of the board. Because at this point, it's kind of scary, the stuff that he can throw out, and we don't have that much removal, so we kind of need to just like take initiative and get the board. So that uses all 8 of his mana to kill this, which is fine with us. Okay, he gets a relatively lucky bomb. Not super lucky though, so that's okay. One of the problems is we can't really lay on hands right now.
Let me think.
I guess this is reasonable. Just go for this play, even though this is like really. I actually wanted to hit this last. Like, is this really bad if he has Harrison or if he has Whirlwind? But that's okay. I also don't want to use my second. If he has Whirlwind, it's bad. Or maybe I might just hit this. No, I'll hit this thing. This is a good time to do it. Okay, that sucks, but it's okay. If he had Whirlwind, he could hit everything and then hit me in the face, which is bad. Or he could set some stuff up with Whirlwind, so. But yeah, this can combo with Quartermaster, but at the moment we can't use Lay on Hands, and a lot of stuff we can't use, so we're just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna let him use the Whirlwind, it's fine.
I can take the hit.
And yeah. A potential mistake earlier was not playing this when he had the weapon, because we could have just we probably could have just Black Knighted the turn afterward anyway. But let's see, if we lay on hands here, we have 7 cards. If we lay on hands here, we go down to 6, then up to 9, which is fine. Or we could just play this Pilot Sky Golem. Thing is, like, with the situation right now, if I just lay on hands and he Alex draws us, it's kind of a problem. So I think it's necessary to get some pressure on the board. And we're gonna weaken this a little bit more, because we're gonna be healing anyway, so this damage doesn't really matter that much, and he might Alex draws it anyway. So it's better to do this than to do it to face. We're not getting him far enough down to either kill him or remove the efficiency of Shield Slam anyway. It's a very good one to get.
Well played. Thank you.
Okay, so here's our opportunity to play Harrison Jones. He's also going to shoot another weapon. Yeah, that's a really good one too as well. So that was pretty good luck for us, that sequence right there. Yeah, so I think we're almost certainly going to be playing Harrison Jones this next turn. It gets pressure on the board, it gets rid of his weapon. Everything's good. Okay, so we don't really want to take 1 damage on here, and we don't want to like lose the Divine Shield for nothing. So we're just going to try our best to ping this, and so we can hit it with our face. And the reason we don't want to get this 1 damage is because of things like Whirlwind or Cruel Taskmaster. So we're going to go and do this, draw a card. Okay, so we got our Knife Juggle. Might as well try to get the second one. We've got the second one, we got lucky, and so, but we're still going to swing face because we have essentially 3 weapons in our hand. So there's no reason to keep this, because there's a good chance we're replacing it anyway. On top of that, he might have Harrison Jones, so there's like a bajillion reasons why we're smacking face here. Okay, Ragda's good. I mean, it's not good, but it's like not.
Work.
It's a pretty desperate move, and even if he hits our face, we actually want this to hit face because it doesn't. We're not going to be in Grom range anyway. Okay, that's good. So we're not going to be in Grom range anyway. And okay, hold on. Let me think about this for a second. It's really tempting to just throw this guy out, even though we don't have Quartermaster, and that's like. But Quartermaster is one of the ways that we can just kind of. Quartermaster is one of the ways that, or with this, is one of the ways we win the game essentially. So, but I think we're just gonna go.
I wonder.
Yeah, he can't kill us anyway, so we're just gonna go Tyrion and try to get some knives off.
Put your faith in the light.
Okay, so we got one. And then let's just do this. Increase, and then we're just maximizing our chance of hitting something. Okay, we got this knife, that's good. So now we can do this. And this rag has to die. Like, we can't just ignore it, it's gonna get too much value. We're not close to killing him anyway. So this is good. He can't kill us, because he needs Grom, Cruel to... Actually, he's already used both Cruels anyway, so... Actually, our magic number is 10, not 12. He might brawl this, actually.
None.
Yeah, that's fine for us.
Armor made to fit.
Oh, we got this weapon. So, okay, here's the thing. We're gonna... Let's see. We could just lay on hands here. I think that's a reasonable play. Lay on hands. We're at 7, which means we go back to 6, which means we go to 9, which means you won't overdraw, which is good. Even if we do, I mean, even if we do our hero power. And
Hey, catch!
we're actually gonna do this. We're gonna hit this. Well, it doesn't really matter the order.
Justice.
The point is, I'm gonna do this. He's gonna get extra armor, but that's okay. And then I'm gonna try to hit that. Okay, so we got it. We're gonna use that. And we're gonna go face. He needs a whirlwind to kill this. I mean, he can hit this with like a weapon, but he doesn't have Cruel Taskmaster anymore, so he needs a whirlwind to kill all this stuff off. I guess I could have played Chill Minibot too. Actually, I should have played Chill Minibot. It's a little more pressure. I don't have Quartermaster at the moment. But yeah, part of the reason why we lay on hands because we had too many like this. These are weapons, and they weren't really that. They don't put pressure on really, so we needed to kind of draw cards that turn. He executes our knife burglar. That's very good for us. It's a kind of a waste.
Let the pain speak to me.
Okay, so
For justice.
we don't really need to muster for a battle. We can just do this.
Reporting for duty. To arms, men.
And then this is already enough
To battle.
pressure
To battle.
where... The other thing is, I mean, although we could start thinking about fatigue wars and maybe make him draw a bunch of cards. This is probably better. We're not gonna play anything else because of brawl potential, but it's giving him a lot of options right now. Lets him back into the game essentially. So we're not gonna worry about fatigue quite yet. We're just gonna play it how it is at the moment. And this is already a brawlable board, so we're just gonna leave it. We don't need to play anything else like Shield and Minibot. He might be going face. No, he's gonna do that. So, what can we do here? We could. This is like his main source of burst damage, right? So what we could do is we could actually just face tank this and then hit mini-bot, but that's our last healing, so it's a little bit scary, especially if he starts, just attacking the face, and we're so far ahead that I don't think that's a good idea. What we could do instead is we could Iron Beak Owl to make it smaller so that we're taking 4 damage, but if he has Sylvanas, we want to be owling that. So I think that Consecration is actually reasonable here. Consecrate, and then throw these 2 guys in to take less damage, and then go this plus this to keep the pressure up. Yeah. Actually, we're really close to lethal now that I think about it. Actually, yeah, we're gonna go with this, and then this, and then this, and then that. Pretty much, and we're gonna attack too because we have 3 weapons in our hand. And part of the reason why we didn't attack this guy is because it's hard for him to kill that with the stuff he has on hand, whereas the 3-2 is a little bit easier to kill. Didn't kill that. Hopefully, it gives us something reasonable. That's good. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. It's a perfectly normal 2-drop.
I can take the hit.
Okay, Shield Maiden, that's good. Basically, anything that's like not devastating for us is fine. Anything that isn't like ridiculous, like for instance. Okay, so he has to use Shield Summon that, which ends up being we basically saved the right card. But anything that isn't like like he could have played Barrigeddon there and cleared most of our board or something. Although that would have been bad too. Anyway, he doesn't have Grom anymore, and he doesn't have Rag either, so there's really almost no way that he can kill us out of nowhere. So we're fine to actually just use this guy. He's also 16. He kind of got out of range of us killing him, but that's okay. So we're gonna go do this.
For justice.
Do that. And we're gonna use this shield just because we want to preserve as many minions on board, keep the pressure up. And yeah, this is good pressure. And we're gonna hero power too. And I was thinking about playing this and this, but I mean, we're just gonna maximize our hero power. And at some point, he's gonna have to brawl us anyway. So this is like plenty of pressure. And again, we're at 12. He doesn't have Grom anymore. Doesn't have Rag anymore. So there's no way he can burst us down from this point. This is also threatening lethal, I think. If he gets to 15, this is what 7, 9, 10. Close enough lethal. If we get Quartermaster, it's lethal, even if he armors up to 15. But the fact that it's more than 13 means that he has to go out of his way to armor up. Like he can't like weapon and play an 8-drop or something.
The end is coming.
Okay, there's a Doomsayer, which means he's playing kind of Navilko's kind of deck. That's really bad for him. So this is kind of the problem with having Doomsayer in your deck. In this like kind of matchup, it's just really bad. And I'm not really sure. I guess the whole point was if he played this and it would absorb a lot of the bouncing blades, so that he can like damage a bunch of things. But I think if you do the math, I don't think it actually helps do any more damage to things. I think it's the same probability that something just dies off really quickly like that. Okay, so when he's low like this, you always have to count lethal every turn. Quality, it's a nice answer to have in a bad situation, but we don't need it now. So anyways, he's at 15, so we have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We don't have any extra damage in hand. So we're going to go ahead and kill this off. And then play, what are we going to play? Okay, we don't want to overextend the brawl. We are going to swing, so we have another weapon anyway. And then we're just going to play this. Well, no, we aren't, because he might Alex Drazo, so it might be a waste. What can we do? Okay, we're just going to play this. and like it's kind of painful if he plays. Basically, we want to use as much of our mana as possible. If we commit too many things to the board, then Brawl is really painful. But it's fine to use this because even if he Harrison Jones, he gets really close to fatiguing and he just dies. So it's perfectly fine for him to draw 2 cards here.
I have no time for games.
This is why I've been saving the owl the entire time for this spot, and then I guess we win anyway. Yeah, okay, we have enough damage on the board to win. So that is one of the ways that you beat Warrior with Paladin. You just outvalue them sometimes. Just get a bunch of dudes out. Anyway, sorry I haven't been paying attention to chat. That was if those of you who weren't here when I first started the stream, basically I'm doing a couple games where I'm just explaining my plays because I don't. You guys probably heard, but I signed with Trig, and they want me to like do a couple videos or do a couple like run-throughs, like guides, like where I'm explaining my turns, and I don't want to like be distracting, or I don't want to like talk to chat too much during the video while I'm explaining stuff. And I figured I might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone and stream while I do it. Yeah, that's why. And that's why there's no music on right now. And anyway, I'll answer you guys right now, I guess. What's up, Kron? Just watching some plebs stream with the viewers. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna outdo them exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna do one more game where I'm just explaining my plays. I'm not gonna like be paying attention to chat, and then from then on we're gonna do a normal stream and I'm gonna actually tweet out that I'm streaming, and I'll have the music and I'll have the donation thing. So one more game, and we're just gonna explain all the plays. I'll go sign with who? Sign with Trig. Go look at my Twitter account. I have a bunch of retweets.
Uther versus Malfurion.
Alright, so against Druid, what we're looking to do is basically outvalue them. Well, not really outvalue them. It's kind of, I should say, out-tempo them. We're looking to out-tempo Druid. With things like, you know, Muster for Battle Quartermaster, just normal minions that can basically out-tempo them. We're not gonna burst Druid down ever. The one thing we do have to worry about with Druid is getting bursted down ourselves. But we can't be too reactive, so we're not gonna keep Anti-Killbot. Lothab's reasonable, so is Quartermaster. We're not keeping Owl because there's no use for it in the early game. I guess they could use against Paladin Jetter, but this is kind of close. We really don't want to keep both. We want some early game, particularly from Muster for Battle or Aldor. But we're just gonna keep the Quartermaster just to have it in our hand as a possibility. Yeah, so the reason why Aldor is really good is because if Druid uses 2 cards innervating out something big, like a 4-drop, or relatively big for the early game, then Aldor basically just sets it down and makes it relatively worthless, and so he's pretty much wasted a card. Like turning a 4/5 into a 1/5, for instance, is really bad for him, I'm saying. Okay, so he Wild Growth turn 1 or turn 2, which means he has 4 mana available next turn. And I could play this, but one of the most common 4-drops, not most common 4-drops, obviously there's only 2 in the deck, but there's actually not that many 4-drops in Druid. If you think about it. And so I'm basically giving up a cop-out by giving him a good turn to play Keep at the Grove. And kill my guy off like right away. Fortunately, it didn't work out that way. He just was able to hero power, which kind of sucks. So that didn't work out for us. It does mean that he likely doesn't have a keeper right now, so we can just play our knife juggler. The other thing we could do is just play out this guy, because it's very. I mean, druid typically doesn't get out
I
um,
wonder.
4 minions at the same time, unless they Doctor Boom. And then at that point, we're like waiting way too long, so we're losing so much value by not getting this guy out. So we're just gonna throw this guy out right now. This isn't really the matchup that he's useful in, so it's kind of. I mean, there's other matchups where it's even worse, like Warrior, but like Druid's like on the lower side of matchups where he's typically good. So we're just gonna throw him out there.
Shall I strike?
Okay, so pretty good to use Aldor here. Now the question is, do we Knife Juggler coin Aldor? And I think the answer is no. And that's partly because, and we're gonna hit him too, just because we need to like start getting this guy down. Part of the reason that is because we really want to coin into our Paladin Sky Golem, and this isn't a turn 5 play at all. And other than that, we have nothing to do. So it's really, really weak if we use our coin now and we have nothing to do next turn. Okay, so he respawns with his own Paladin Sky Golem, which is annoying. But we can just Aldor that, which is one of the best ways to deal with it. Yeah, I think we're just gonna Aldor that.
Put this apple on your head.
Which means we're gonna play Knife Juggler. Actually, what we're gonna do first is attack with one of these guys. Now the question is which one. I think it's better to attack with this, because then like him using Force Nature to clear our board isn't that bad. Whereas if he hit with this, then he gets a swipe like that, and then hero power that, which is bad. So we're gonna hit with this.
Warning.
And
Follow the rule.
also the
Who are you?
the knife hitting the taunt would be really bad. So we're just gonna do this. Okay, so he's using that. It ends up being kind of crappy because he gets it clear so efficiently, but it's at least we have one Force Nature out of the way. Let's see. So we're not gonna give him the 4-drop here. We're gonna make him activate, like, quote unquote, the 4-drop himself. We're not gonna give it to him. So yeah, we're just gonna play something in attack phase. The attack to face was less about getting pressure on his face and more just we didn't want to activate this right now. So he got a slightly better one than us, but that's okay. At least we didn't get something horrible. We're coming up in turn 9, which means we need to be worried about Force Nature Saboteur combo. He did use Force before. If he did have combo, we would be at risk for taking 26 damage, which isn't 28 damage. So I think it's best. I think it's fine to. Well, actually, I'm just thinking about whether we should kill this or not. That's the biggest thing. If it's Doomsayer, okay. If it's Mana Wraith, if it's Mana Wraith, it's bad, but we can still coin. If it's the 1/4, which prevents Battlecry, it's just like. Anyway, we're just gonna play it. If it's Doomsayer, it's annoying, but it's not very likely it's gonna happen. That's really annoying. Okay, but it's fine though, because even if he shoots knives off, then we start like sniping his guys. So it's actually kind of scary for him to shoot knives off in the first place. Anyway, I'm gonna answer tech questions in a bit. I'm just gonna get through this game first. So the fact that he's thinking about attacking here basically just gave away to me that he doesn't have Big Game Hunter. Although we were going to find that out after this turn anyway, because you essentially do it. And it's not like you're saving Big Game Hunter against Paladin for other minions, because it's not likely they have it. This is kind of annoying. Hopefully our Boombots kill his Night Juggler. Didn't change a whole lot in the math. Yeah, the math didn't change all that much, that's fine. Okay. So, I think we're just gonna go for the muster quartermaster play. It's pretty strong.
Reporting for duty. To arms, men!
And okay, so this is 23 damage if he has combo, 26 if, with this guy. So we kind of need to kill this guy. I think we hit face with this because he's already used one swipe anyway.
Justice.
Has he? Wait, I totally forgot. We're gonna do this, and that's fine. Because if it ran to one of these guys, a 50-50 chance it was gonna kill it anyway. This is a reasonable tempo play. We're not gonna die to combo unless he has innervate. Okay, so he's gonna go ahead and do that first. Hopefully it does something good for us. That's very good for us. But he has rag, which is a problem. Yeah, rag hitting our face was actually an issue. But it's okay. We could double consecrate. No, double consecrate doesn't do a whole lot. I guess we just start throwing knives.
I wonder.
Put this apple on your head.
Reporting for duty.
Okay, so we got the Dr. Boom, which is good.
Well played.
That belongs
The
in
battle
museum.
for justice.
This rag is a obviously a big issue, but we pretty much have to ignore it for now, which sucks.
Where shall I strike?
Okay, so he's just gonna remove as much stuff as possible so that he can maximize his chances of getting something good. And in this case, my face counts as good. Tinkertown Technician is interesting. So we really want this guy to survive, basically. Okay, so that's actually pretty good for us. It's actually fine that we take that damage. So now we can just consecrate. Unfortunately, we can't do a whole lot else. Actually, we need to be calculating lethal, don't we? So this is 8, and then so that would bring to 6, which means we're 1 mana off lethal, or 2 damage off lethal, either way.
Let me think.
You know what? I think since we have nothing else to do anyway, might as well just go second consecration,
Move quickly.
and then just kill it. This guy's dead.
The battle. Justice.
This puts the most pressure on him, and it sucks to get rid of both consecrations, but at this point we need as much tempo as possible, and this provides a good amount. And by doing the tempo play, we probably have the leeway to play lay on hands. We've also gotten rid of 2 of his bigger guys, which is good. Okay, so he's going for the healing, which is good. He's gonna go ahead and take out that. So we're a couple damage off lethal. This is a pretty obvious lay on hands because we can't kill him with this anyway. I mean, this is the only way to kill him. So most of our battle is reasonable. Right now he has 23 damage with this guy, so I think it's reasonable to just go face here. Yeah, we're playing to win, not to lose, not to not lose. And you might think like, oh well, he has he has a good card lead, so why is he doing this? But if you think about it, Jury can get a lot of stuff done with her big minions. So we need to kind of go for the win when we can, and just kind of take a chance here. Like most of the time this wins. If we don't put pressure on, we might not have a chance to win the long run. Also, if he doesn't have lethal here, we have a way to shut down any sort of combo play next turn. We're not gonna die to Savage Roar. Yeah, so I think it's pretty obvious we do this. So we don't die anything crazy. And because we have an owl, I think the correct play is to do this.
Justice.
Put as much pressure. So basically, he can't hero power out of range, and I have an owl to block any, or to get through any taunts. And he's already used one of his ancients on healing. And actually, if he uses the second one healing, we're in a good spot. We're not in a great spot. We're in a reasonable spot, just because. Okay, that's very good. He used a lot of mana just because he's desperate. But yeah, he'd have to use like a lot of mana, a lot of resources, a lot of cards in order to just get him out of range, or get himself out of range.
What to do?
So he might be thinking about.
Tinkering?
Yeah, he's almost certainly doesn't have a way to prevent me from lethal. I'm not. He's looking for a taunt, I guess.
Well played. I concede.
Okay. So we pick up that win. That's nice. Wow, all of the